Good evening, everybody. It's 9:30 on the East Coast, 6:30 on the West Coast on a Monday. It's time for your weekly Calamity Jane podcast. James, how are you doing on this pre-Christmas podcast? Probably the last one for the year, I suspect.
Y- Yeah, I mean, pretty much. We're only on Mondays, so yep. The next one. Well, no, we'll have one more then, I guess, right? Because next Monday is another
Right, but I will
December.
be I will be coming back from the West Coast, so I may not be
Gotcha.
available next Monday. Maybe I will be. I know our
Okay.
plane comes in early, but let's see how I'm feeling. With the
Yep.
whole
Yeah.
flight
Yeah.
and everything.
Sure.
But
Yeah. No, that's a long. It's a long flight going across the entire country for sure. Going from California to Georgia. That type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm
So
doing great. Anybody that's tuning in, welcome to our hangout place where Eric and I discuss video games and
hmm
movies and everything while we work on this cartoon and talk about random stuff that kind of comes up.
all of the random
Um,
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of random stuff to talk about tonight too. So
I've got a couple queued up
I'm sure
and
you do.
just locked and loaded and ready to
All
go.
right, all right. Well, I'll roll into sharing my screen.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what you're working on today.
Okay. And this should look familiar to you, Eric, but we've got Calamity sampling
Uh huh.
some vittles.
Moving
And this
on to
is
the
really
vittles, eh? Oh,
yeah,
interesting. Interesting.
I'm gonna yeah, so hmm. I like this. Aunt Betty's vittles. And so this is the shot that I'm working on. So I'm gonna set up
Okay.
this stuff tonight and see how far I get. But yeah, and I'll be using our library that we've been building for the past couple of years, really, with Calamity Jane doing stuff here. So I'll probably grab this pose, but I'll change it to have her with a bowl. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
I am curious though, like, what do you
Yeah.
got on the docket? Like, what do you got
Well,
brewing?
I marketing usually doesn't work on me.
Okay.
Um, but the algorithm actually steered me in the right direction this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
I was
All
doom
right.
scrolling on Instagram, and as I
That's a great
scrolled,
place to do that.
yeah, I got an IGN vertical talking
Okay.
about this new game that had just come out on the Switch 2 called Catch and Chill.
Okay.
And Catch and Chill is a side-scrolling fishing game with
Mm-hmm.
very detailed low-res pixel art.
Okay.
There's no conflict, there's no fighting, there's no catch. It is exactly what it is, a fishing game. It's really low key, it's really chill, and I've already basically played through the entire thing. It took me about I spent about 8 hours this weekend playing it. Um,
Wow. Okay.
and loved every second of it. I had so much fun just kind of chilling. So Katie was watching the new HBO show Heated Rivalry, which
Uh huh.
is that new hotness that's about like the romance between two hockey players, the gay romance between two
I
hockey players.
I've not
Um
heard of it, but okay.
oh yeah, it is. It's like all over the place now. I'm actually surprised you haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
But she watched that, and I sort of, it was on in the background, and I just, we sat and cuddled, and I played Cast and Chill for the whole weekend, and it was great.
Okay.
Really
Um,
beautiful, beautiful pixel art.
and who's the studio that made this game? Is it an indie game type of thing that you
It's
kind of?
like Angry Wombat or something. It's a developer and publisher I have never heard of.
Okay.
Um, it's not a one man show kind of game. There was a full staff of people who worked on it. I'd say about 15 people. It looks like,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I have no idea where it came from. It apparently had been on Steam for a while and just completely flew under my radar. And it just so happens it wasn't IGN actually. It was Nintendo. Um, they released a launch trailer. So Nintendo will do this thing where if you've got like a major update or you've got a new game release, they will cross promote it on their own channel for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're pretty picky and choosy about it, but it's cool that they support indie studios that way.
Mhm.
And they chose Cast and Chill to um, put their launch trailer on their YouTube page. And so that kind of popped up for me while I was doom scrolling, and that's how I found the game. And I'm like, whoa, this seems kind of interesting, you know. And so it's on sale for, I think, 25% off as a part of a launch promotion. And so the game was $11 after the discount, and I got 10 times that amount. Well, no, not that's ridiculous, but I got like a lot more value out of the game than it cost me.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool game. So like, what's the what is the catch? How did it catch you?
Honestly, what caught me was the two kind of big selling points of the game. So, the really really pretty 2-bit or 2D pixel art,
Mhm.
and the fact that it wasn't trying to do anything insanely innovative. It wasn't trying to challenge you on every level. It wasn't, trying to reinvent the wheel in some capacity. It was like, no, we just wanted to make a chill fishing game with pretty art.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, I could get behind that. I love fishing in video games, Monster Hunter and Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda. Fishing has been a part of the games that I love for almost as long as I've been playing games.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, yeah, man, I'm gonna give this a go. I did a quick check online just to make sure it wasn't like shovelware or something, and the reviews have
Yeah.
all been stellar.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, all right, good enough for me. And so I downloaded it, and I was not disappointed in it at all.
And then what's the game loop like then? So you just literally are sitting on a dock and throwing your fishing rod out in the pond, or
Excellent question. Excellent question. So you start with a rowboat and a very basic pole and a very basic bobbing lure. And you go out and you catch whatever fish you can with that. And those fish are worth a certain amount of money. And you can only hold so many in your boat at a time. And so you catch up until you can't hold any more fish. You go back to the mooring. You sell your fish and you buy better rods, better lures. You can buy bigger boats. You can expand the carrying capacity of the boats. You can increase the speed of the boats, and you can also unlock new fishing locations that have different and bigger fish of differing values. And so the loop is fish until your boat is full with the best, getting the best fish you can with the equipment that you currently have.
yep.
Sell those fish, buy better equipment, unlock new locations, and then fish for, bigger and better fish. And then repeat the process until you've unlocked all the locations, have caught all of the fish, and seen everything there is to see. Um,
Cool.
and it was a great time. A great way to spend a weekend chilling. With my girlfriend. Just yeah, it was a perfect little weekend game. I can't recommend highly enough.
Oh, check this out. So based on our rating system for time and money
Oh, 10.
factor, this is a 10?
10 out of 10. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, 100%. 10
Okay.
out of 10.
All right.
Money and time
Uh,
investment, I could not have imagined a better way of spending my weekend.
and the replay value. So you've already put plenty of hours into it, and you can easily go back to this game. And
Yeah. So
yeah.
the end game content, if is in as much as there is an end game in something like
Mhm.
this, um, every uh, every location has a certain population of fish, and in each of those locations, those fish come in a variety of sizes, from small up to double XL.
Mhm.
And so, if you wanted to be really methodical about it, you could go through and capture every type of fish at every type of size in every location.
So
In
we could really tap into that whole collector
Yeah, yeah,
mentality for
yeah.
people,
And there
right?
are 68 fish in the game across something like 10 locations.
Mm-hmm.
So it you know, to 100% the game, it would probably take close to about 15 to 20 hours. Um,
Wow.
I don't
Okay.
know that I'm going to 100% the game. I had a great time with it over the weekend, and I'll probably revisit it at some point. Um, I don't remember. Did you play A Short Hike?
Yeah. Great game.
Same vibe, right? Just a
Okay.
perfect chill weekend game, right? You can play the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing basically soup to nuts in a weekend and totally worth the experience, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cast and Chill, exactly the same vibes, I'd say, as A Short Hike. Also another 10 out of 10 in terms of
Yeah. That game's
time
terrific.
sink versus money, you know what we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's good to know. It's funny. Short hike for me. I actually played it in spurts here and there. I didn't play it in a whole weekend. I
Mhm.
enjoyed the game a lot, but I put it down and play some other, like I go play Neo or something else,
Yeah.
some other
Yeah,
random
yeah, yeah.
game. And I sink a ton of hours in that. Then I go back to short hike. The great thing about short hike is you can pick up where you left off. You don't have to really the muscle memory stuff isn't that bad to
Right.
just go back
Right.
and start. So I love those type of games. So is another one. That's the game I still am playing right now.
Yeah.
So that's my current 10 out of 10 right now. I'm playing. I can't stop playing this stupid game. Um, I put in easily 200 hours plus now, just trying to
Wow.
beat every deck. I because it scratches that itch.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, sure.
And I think it's a really well designed game.
Yeah,
The
no,
loop
without a
is great.
doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Cast and Chill is not designed to be played for 200 hours. I mean, like, you could play it for as many hours as you want to, right?
yeah,
But it's
yeah,
it's not designed the way Balatro is designed. I really
yeah.
feel like the designers knew that this was a weekend cozy game, right?
It
Um,
is. It's funny too, and I don't know if this is a trend or not because I mean, cozy games. I feel like Short Hike became the symbol of a cozy game, the ultimate cozy game. I feel like, although, like, would you consider? I don't know. There's other games out there. Stardew Valley is that
yeah,
considered a cozy
it
game?
is.
Or
I
Animal
and Animal
Crossing is that a
Crossing.
cozy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would argue that uh the sort of archetype was established by Harvest Moon way
Mm-hmm.
back on
Mm-hmm.
the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but yeah, I mean, Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, I would argue, are definitely in that same vein. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah, I never played Harvest Moon either. I never could get into. I never Like I tried playing Animal Crossing, but I think I've told you before. When I played it, I deliberately am a troll in that game, and
Right.
I'm mean,
Right.
and
Right.
it's not a game for me. But I enjoy trying to
Yeah.
break a game,
Yeah.
so it's different. But I totally understand how people love that game. Like you love the
Oh
Animal
yeah.
Crossing game,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I can't even
yeah.
count the amount of hours I've spent across all of the Animal Crossing games in the 20 years or so that it's been around.
But it's funny. Short Hike to me did capture my attention because I think because some of the characters feel more quote unquote real to me with the way they were written. Like they're a little bit more kind of sassy and kind of jerky a little bit. Like they're a little bit more. They're still a nice game. They're all sweet, but there's a little bit more attitude. I feel like with some of
Hmm.
the characters in the game, and then so that was enough for me to not be a troll in that game, um, and to actually enjoy it for what it was.
Okay.
Strange, I know, but I guess it really comes down to writing, in a sense, or like how they
Yeah.
design the game. Um,
Well, I mean, Animal Crossing begs to be trolled, especially when you can trap
yeah.
villagers in
Yes,
pits
which is
and
what
things of
I
that. Right, right,
yeah,
exactly.
which I love doing.
I
Yeah.
mean, there wasn't
Um,
really any way to troll a short hike that I could think of, right?
yeah, there's not. Yeah, there's not. No.
And same with Catch and Chill. I don't know what you would troll in that game. Its value
Okay.
proposition is so simple and focused. There's not really a lot of opportunity to uh to break the game in any meaningful way.
I mean, since we're on the topic of fishing games, so the last fishing game I've actually played was not a fishing game, but a fishing mechanic, which was in Ocarina of Time. I really loved
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and that's the last time I actually played a fishing game. But I did notice this game called Dave the Diver. Have you ever played that game?
I
Have you
have,
heard
and
of it?
that's a roguelike.
It's a
Um
roguelike.
it
Okay,
is
all
not, it
right.
is stressful. It is not
Okay.
designed, it's a roguelike with business management sim
Oh, it's a way
layer.
different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, no, no. I would not consider Dave the Diver a cozy game whatsoever. That
Okay. All
that
right.
game strikes me as being extremely high stress.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one caught my eyes. Like, I wonder what this game. I mean, I've been kind of wanting to play a game that features fishing, and I thought, okay, well, this game's out. Everybody's talking about this game, but it did seem, yeah, I wasn't sure if it was really a cozy game or not. It felt more, yeah, like you said, it's more involved for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, well,
Yeah.
cool. I have to look this game up. Maybe I'll because I'll be traveling for the holidays myself.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll pick it up and put it on my load it up on my Switch and give it a go or something like that. While I'm on the plane traveling
Oh
someplace.
yeah, make
So
sure you bring headphones. The sound design is phenomenal.
okay.
It is an absolute pleasure to listen to the game. The way
Hmm.
the audio attenuation and clarity changes as you go from above the surface to below the surface,
Hmm.
the just sort of ambient nature sound effects, the small little stems of music when you catch fish or head back to the pier. Just the soundscape in it is as fun and appealing as the visuals themselves.
Okay. Yeah, and for me, I do it. I always love to listen to music and the sounds that the designers curated to for the game. So
Hmm.
I'm glad to hear that too. Sometimes some games you don't have to, it becomes background noise, but that's good to know that the soundtrack and sound effects, everything else is done really well.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
good.
excellent. Yeah, no, it's a stellar product. Really, really, really had a good time with it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to look that one up. Sure. Um,
Um, but the yeah, so I think I've said my piece on that one.
okay.
The other thing I was bringing up, so Katie, I don't know how she found it, but she found a show on Amazon called Deadlock.
Okay.
It is an Australian murder mystery set on
Okay.
Tasmania,
Okay.
and it is excellent. It's
Okay.
uh, it's hilarious and also obviously very serious because it deals with these very brutal murders.
Hmm.
But it stars a small town senior sergeant who is newlywed, and her wife is very hippy dippy and very contra her pragmatic by the books attitude. And so there's that dynamic between those two characters. And when this murder happens, the powers that be bring in a detective from Darwin to lead the investigation, um, sort of like overlooking the senior sergeant character who really should be the one leading the investigation on this for reasons that are apparent when you watch the show. Um,
Okay.
and the detective that comes in from Darwin is an absolute loose cannon, like Riggs level um insanity from from Lethal Weapon, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And so these two police officers are completely at odds trying to solve these series of murders. It gives really strong Twin Peaks vibes because the town that this occurs in is absolutely filled with ridiculous characters.
Uh-huh.
Um, and the show doesn't just revolve around the police characters, it also is larger, it's a story about the town itself and the characters that inhabit this town and how they fit or don't fit in with these series of murders. Um, it's yeah, it's hysterical and also a really fun murder mystery.
Okay. And what's the streaming on?
Mm. Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have to I'll have to give that a look as well. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I've been watching on Amazon or for me, actually, I don't know. Have we talked about Slow Horses on Apple TV?
Yeah, we have. I haven't seen the new season yet because I don't have.
Okay.
I canceled my Apple subscription for the time being. I
Okay.
figure once Pluribus has wrapped up season one and
Yes.
the new
Yeah.
season of Slow Horses is fully available, I'll renew it and then binge both of those and then catch up that way.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about, yeah, Pluribus was the other one because we've been watching Pluribus, and Pluribus, the first episode is probably one of the most, it's been the most fun and the most intense opening, pilot episode I've seen in years. I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it. And now it's kind of slowed down. Now it's just world building and doing everything else with it. But an excellent show. But I think you and we kind of have different opinions on some of the stuff that Vince Gilligan's done. I love everything that he's done so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Breaking Bad. I love Better Call Saul. I thought they were all must watch tens for me. But I
Mm-hmm.
know for you are a big X Files
Yes.
fan.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
you have predisposition to like Vince Gilligan, but you're also very critical with Breaking Bad. You didn't care for that as
I did
much,
not care
right?
for it. It's too bleak. It's way too bleak.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it's one of the reasons why I
um,
like Deadlock so much is it's such
yeah.
a serious topic, but it's so genuinely funny as well, right?
So is it written purposefully to be funny, or are
Yes.
there situations that make it funny that
Well, no,
you
it
know?
is. It's definitely the characters, the townsfolk are designed to be silly and funny as a
Okay,
counterpoint to the seriousness of what is
okay,
happening to this town.
that's pretty cool.
And it's extremely well written. It doesn't feel artificial um or forced or orchestrated at all. It just it works really well. Like the quirky small town archetype.
Yep.
Resident Alien is I think is another recent show that has kind of the same vibes, and obviously Twin Peaks is maybe the archetypal example of this.
Yeah.
um but
I mean,
yeah.
even to bring it back, even to us locally with Calamity Jane, we kind of try to do that with Dry
Yes,
Gulch Gorge a
absolutely. We're
little bit.
doing that exact thing with Calamity Jane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're trying to do the
absolutely.
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I think you and I both enjoy those weird, small towny kind of things. Maybe because of our upbringing, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but for me, Pluribus is definitely a much must watch 10 so far. And again, we've been having to just do the drip version of the seasons because every week they'd release a new one. That's how they keep you
Yeah. Yeah.
subscribed. But Slow Horses also released the producers are like that. They came out with another show. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Um, it's with Emma Thompson.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, what is it called? I'm looking at it right now. Uh, Down Cemetery Road.
Down
It's
Cemetery Row or Road?
Yeah, road, as in driving on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on a novel by the Slow Horses author
Oh,
Mick
interesting.
Herron.
Okay.
But I gotta say, for using the rating system, unfortunately,
Hmm.
Down Cemetery Road kind of lost a little bit for me. Like some of the suspension of belief, all that disbelief, whatever, all that stuff kind of fell out the last three episodes or so. It started
Hmm.
out great. The characters are terrific. I think Emma Thompson does a terrific job. So I guess if you're a fan of Emma Thompson and anything she does, her character is really fun to, her character's fun to see and watch her evolve. Her banter with the other characters are great. But man, at a certain point, like I was kind of rolling my eyes, like, yeah, I don't know if I can believe that or not. Like
Hmm.
how she got out of this situation. And so, unfortunately, as much as I wanted to like, and this is, I guess, we're going to dialing back to Vince Gilligan with you for this show. As much as I wanted to like McHarren's stuff, this one did not
Hmm.
resonate with me as much. I would based on Emma Thompson alone, she kind of carries the show. So I'd probably give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Um,
I
but I'm
mean,
curious, if you ever get
it's not
around
a
to watching
complete
it.
waste of time.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not. It's still fun. It's a classic detective kind of that type of a setup for the
Mhm.
show.
Mhm.
She's a detective type, investigator, private investigator type. So that's the kind of the premise of the show is her investigating stuff, and it's a long. The whole season's already wrapped up. There's a long investigation that she's doing for the whole show, and it wraps up towards the end. But the buildup was terrific, and laying out the characters was terrific. Everything else is good, but
Mhm.
it's not Slow Horses. Slow Horses is still the cream of the crop. It's a terrific show.
Have you been
Every season's
watching the
been
new
great.
season at all yet?
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
how
I
is
think
it?
it wrapped up. It's great. The thing about Slow Horses is, as with all the modern TV shows that are out there, Slow Horses to me is the only one that maintains quality. Every season is just solid. I don't really have any complaints on any of the seasons so far. I know you're one season behind, but you'll like this season because they're all the same. They're all
Okay.
just very well crafted, well done shows.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's it's still a main it still maintains a 10 for me on that one.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And then did you watch I can't remember if we brought this up last week or not, but did you even watch Stranger Things? Are you done with it or are you back into it?
No, no, no. I watched the first episodes. Um,
Okay.
I've enjoyed them.
Okay.
Yeah. I after season three, I dislike season three so much that I'm like, okay, I just don't. I think I'm done with this show.
Mm,
And everybody I talked to is like, no, 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 no. Season four is worth it. They fixed a lot of the issues that you had with season three. You should definitely give it a try. And so I watched season four and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, no, I actually did like season four. They pulled me back in. And season five is great. And we did talk about this last week, and I think my attitude is I'm glad that the show is coming to an end because I don't,
yeah.
regardless of the quality of this season, I don't think I'd come back for another season.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think I've had
Yeah.
my fill of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy it's wrapping up myself. I'm with you on that.
But the
It,
next half of the season comes out on the 25th, so in a couple of days, and then the finale is on the 31st, and apparently they're going to put it in movie theaters for a limited run or
yeah,
something like that.
I don't understand how this is working. So they're not going to let you watch it at home or you're forced to watch
No,
the season
I think it'll
finale
be
in
on Netflix same day. I just think it'll be
Okay.
an option if you want to choose that.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go see it in the theaters. As I'm watching season 5, it's not my favorite season. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are some weird uh, and, and there are some weird things about it that I just don't feel like I don't know what it is. I feel like it's a little bit all over the place.
Mm.
But it's not as tight. It's not as tight as other seasons. And I guess considering how long we've been waiting for this season finale, there's a little bit more wishful thinking for stuff. But it's fine. It's still good. The character at this point, you're so entrenched with the characters that
Right,
it's
right.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like at this point, I'll finish it, and I'm glad that it's not a slog. I'm enjoying
Mhm.
the season, so that's
Yeah.
good. But yeah, I definitely have been feeling sort of Stranger Things fatigue watching this.
Yeah. Um, but there's one other one on Netflix I've been meaning to watch. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein's on there
Oh,
now.
loved
I
that.
didn't.
Oh,
I didn't even know it came out. Did it come out in the theaters first, and then
very
they
very briefly. Yeah, and
what the heck?
I missed it in theaters.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even know I didn't even know it was in theaters.
Yeah,
Period. It was like a
yeah,
blink, and it was
yeah.
gone. Like
I
what
I
happened?
I would have loved to see it in theaters, but
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, so I haven't seen it yet. I guess I'm now relegated to watching it on Netflix, but
Yeah.
it's not, it's like what the heck happened here? Like how did that
Yeah, I
get,
mean,
you know?
Netflix is doing their best to just destroy the movie theater
Yeah, which
uh
is
industry, quite frankly.
y-
It just with them buying Warner Brothers now, it's all downhill. I mean, movie theaters are just they're going the way of the dodo, and I don't think that there's any way to stop it. And I'm sad because I'm a fan of movie theaters, but whatever, you know, the world changes and I have very little power to
So
do anything about it.
so you have no faith that Netflix will be the a symbol of hope for movie
Oh
theaters
God, no.
if they go through with the acquisition.
No, not a chance in hell. I mean, Wake Up Dead Man, which by the way is phenomenal. I don't have enough good words. Easily the best of the three Knives Out movies for me.
I know we have
Um,
it on our queue. I want to watch it, and we haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, I know Ryan
Um,
Johnson was pretty upset that it got such a limited run in movie theaters. So
uh-huh.
it was another one that I didn't get a chance to see in movie theaters. Netflix is I don't know why they're trying so hard to kill the movie theater industry, but they are. They have just decided that they do not want to spend the money to put their movies in movie theaters.
Yeah, it's a
And
bummer.
they own so many things now, they can kind of unilaterally do that.
Yeah, it's really yeah. I'm with you. I still enjoy going to see the movies once in a while. I'm not as hardcore as you are with it, but I do
Yeah.
like to see stuff big. You know, when they're a
Mm-hmm.
spectacle. You know, especially for sci-fi stuff and everything. So it is a bummer. I'm hoping. I don't know why. I just have this hope that Warner Brothers, if they do acquire them, and again, we're alum from there, so
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that they keep the spirit alive and they keep using theaters to release their whatever iteration of Batman they do and Superman and stuff like that. Because I'll still try to go watch those if I
Yeah.
can.
No,
Um,
I wouldn't hold your breath in my opinion.
man, in this case, I hope you're wrong. I hope
Yeah,
that
I would love to be
you
wrong,
know.
but I don't think I am.
Yeah, man.
Netflix's business is in subscriptions, not in
Yeah,
ticket
yeah,
sales at movie
yeah.
theaters. They have no vested interest in putting stuff that they produce in movie theaters.
But I'm
So
hoping, but here's the only counter I can offer is Netflix tries to branch out with other media types like video games. They have their video game stuff, and
I guess
maybe
a
they
little
maybe
bit.
they're yeah, so maybe they're open minded enough to. And again, we're just two
I mean, if
guys
we're
spitballing ideas,
yeah, I mean, if
but
we're I think if we're just talking brass tacks, there's just not a lot of money in the multiplex anymore. I don't think
yeah,
movie theaters are going to go away entirely, but I think they're going to become more of a boutique thing, right?
yeah,
Um,
hmm
you know, in Atlanta and in LA, there are some very classic, famous
yeah,
movie theaters that people go to for the experience of being in that movie theater, and I don't see that going away, right? Um, like the Plaza, which is the kind of go to art house cinema in Atlanta. They show new movies, but most of the time they're showing classic prints. You know, they have a 35 millimeter projection, so they're always showing old flicks in 35 millimeter. I actually got to go see The Thing on one of the original 35 millimeter prints, which was
oh, that's really
it was
cool.
so
That's
cool. It
awesome.
was awesome to get to see The Thing actually on 35 mil. Um, and so I don't think that will go away. But the era of the kind of event movie,
hmm
or the era of just movies, any movie coming to theaters, that the pandemic killed that, in my opinion.
hmm
Um, and I just don't see it coming back. Right? It was on the
So
decline, and the pandemic basically just old yellered it completely, and it just has not recovered since then. And I just don't see Netflix caring enough to try to prop up an industry that they don't seem to see any value in.
I mean, but on the same token, I mean, there's still some movies that are making some bank in the theaters. Like Disney's newest animated film came out and made a gazillion dollars, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't uh
What is it called?
I don't
The
know.
new sequel. Disney's new Zootopia 2.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it made a pretty good chunk of change in
Yeah.
theaters.
Yeah, there
You know?
is definitely still money. That's why I'm saying I don't think theaters are going to go away entirely. I just think that
Yeah.
it's the 18 screen multiplexers are
Yeah.
going to go
Hmm.
away, and I think what's left is going to be like the Plaza has 3 screens, right? And I think that
Yeah.
those are the types of theaters that are going to stick around, or um, smaller venues that can afford to show a couple of movies at a time, right?
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, like even the new Avatar movie, which apparently came out last Friday, and I had no idea. That only made, I mean, only only made $88 million in it domestically in its first weekend, which is way below the second one and way, way, way below the first one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just because people are kind of just over Avatar, or if it's, you know, that people are kind of just drifting away from movie theaters.
Yeah. I mean, but again, even a couple weeks ago, Zootopia made bank. I think in this particular case with Avatar, because I am one of those ticket people that went to go see them, the one before, and I didn't want to go see it.
Yeah,
I
neither
think
did
we went,
I. Yeah.
yeah, but we went with family or something like that, and then that's what they wanted to go see. So we went and saw it. So my money went to that ginormous bucket of cash that Cameron
Ugh,
made on that movie.
yeah.
But the second time around, family wanted to go see this one, and Namita and I we were kind of we were being asked to do we want to go to this movie, and then after research, the family decided, nah, the ratings aren't very good. Let's
Yeah.
not go to this movie.
Yeah.
And so now here we are. So I think actually in this particular case, the word of mouth is getting out that it's not that good. I didn't like any of them. I don't like the
No, no,
first
no.
one.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I couldn't, I didn't, I think as much as I
I
like
saw the
Cameron,
second one for free,
okay.
and my friend who I went to go see it with actually fell asleep halfway through it.
Yeah,
And
it's just so,
yeah,
and I feel kind of bad because I think like I've had discussions with the younger generation, and this is where it's old man stuff. I
yeah,
feel like for them it's their modern day, I guess for them Star Wars type of stuff, whatever. But we already have cool stuff, and it's or just go backwards and you can watch the stuff. It's not the
yeah,
same as like when we were kids and like our grandparents or whatever were telling us to watch the black and whites. It's not like that. The older stuff still holds up, and you can still watch a good story,
yeah,
not this derivative stuff that Avatar does.
yeah.
But
I
that's just my
mean,
own. I'm very opinionated with the Avatar stuff. I'm not a big fan of it,
yeah,
but
I find the Avatar movies to be absolutely insipid. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like I usually
yeah,
don't I try not to judge people's tastes. You should like what you like, and
yeah, sure, sure.
but my opinion is those movies are awful. They are an embarrassment to cinema.
Wow.
They
I,
exist solely for the purpose to appease James Cameron's ego.
yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
they would not exist without his ego, in my opinion. The scripts are awful. The acting is terrible. Um, the computer graphics are great, but who cares? That's just an
Mm-hmm.
assumption. Like, you know, it's just like people complain about how shitty the CG is in Marvel movies because
Mm-hmm.
the expectation is that the CG should be good, right? So
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
CG being good in Avatar means nothing because it's just like a movie should have a plot, right? It's not a bonus point anymore. It's not like Jurassic Park where you go it and you see a special effects um technology that has never been seen before in the history of cinema,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Um and so it's a horrible script, terrible acting, a obsession with technology that should be mundane at this point. They are insipid. I have no other words for them. They're terrible.
Man. Man.
And yeah, yeah. I just they are, in my opinion, those two movies. I haven't seen the third one, and I have no intention of seeing it. Are two of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire
Oh
life.
man, that's pretty brutal, man.
Yeah,
So for me, and a lot of that stuff I agree with Avatar with you, but for the sake of debate, and stuff like that. It is kind of fun to talk about the other side of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have a through line tonight as we talk because to me, just like Vince Gilligan, you build up some clout, and James Cameron did that with me as a fan. Like
Yeah.
we watched him push technology in the abyss. We watched him really push technology, and then he made really cool stuff with Aliens.
Yeah.
And then we watched the technology even get pushed even further with Terminator 2,
Yeah.
and he gave us Terminator. So he's given us so he's built up, at least for me, goodwill bank at this point. Like, okay, this stuff is great.
Right.
I trust James Cameron to entertain me, and let me see what the next spectacle is. And at the time, at least if I recall, when Avatar came out, it was kind of groundbreaking because it was all this motion capture stuff and all this fancy special effects that we kind of have not we sort of seen before, but not to that level that he
Right.
was doing it at.
Right.
So I do give him credit for that. That he did he's always pushed the envelope, I feel like, as a director, with his movies. But then there was the whole thing of diminishing returns kind of started showing up. And now with all these other movies doing the Me Too, like they all Me Too, we could do this too.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of drowns out that last little bit where he pushed it with Avatar to where it's negligible now. Like I can't tell what's a James Cameron movie versus another movie. Sure, people criticize the Marvel movies, but to me, it's just special effects.
Right.
There's nothing special about effects anymore because they're all using the same computer stuff and the same software. There's nothing special about them anymore. But
Right.
Cameron kind of capitalized on it with Avatar, and then by the time he did Titanic, then I was like checked out. I was like, I don't trust you anymore at this point. I think Titanic came before Avatar,
Yeah.
but at that point, I
Titanic was
was
in
kind of
'97,
yeah,
and Avatar
yeah,
was in the early aughts, mid
yeah,
aughts or something.
yeah. So by the time Avatar came out, I was a little bit leery, but I still went and saw it because of all the goodwill he still, that
Sure.
he kind of built up.
Sure.
And now at this point, James Cameron is not a draw for me to go see a movie anymore.
No.
And that's where I am with you 100% on that. But I will say, I mean, historically speaking, he was the guy that kind of pushed stuff. But I still,
Yeah.
nobody will ever take that away, like with the Abyss and T2
Well,
especially.
I think for me, and this I think is a commentary on the film, the art of film in general. I credit a single book for a huge amount of my awakening on cinema, and it's called a narrative history, or a visual history of narrative film, or something like that. I have it on my bookshelf. I don't remember the exact name of it.
Okay.
And I have the 4th edition that takes it from the original kinetoscopes of Edison and the Lumiere brothers technology, which ultimately became the standard for cinema. It takes it from those origin points up through about the very early 21st century with the advent of CG, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found out sometime later that the author did a 5th edition about 10 or 15 years after the 4th edition came out. So it came out in like the 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. And he added a new chapter to the end of it about the modern era of cinema. So the book like goes through all of these different eras of cinema. The silent era, the first talkies, when color showed up and how important that was, and then you get CinemaScope and Panorama, and then beyond the technology, it talks about different styles of filmmaking, like dogma cinema, and French New Wave and neoclassical, Italian neoclassical style, etc., cinema veritas. And it's just this wealth of information. And in the 5th edition, I don't know if he's done anything since, but basically the author goes like, yeah, nothing's really changed. There's not really any new movements in cinema. There's just a lot more computer graphics. And he kind of was right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, you've got A24 trying to do more independent cinema, but there's no cohesive movement art and movement within cinema anymore. It's just a few directors who still love the art of filmmaking, who do discrete things, and so um, I just yeah, I don't know. I just find the proliferation of CG to be a little bit defeating. And so when I watch the Avatar movies, knowing that the plot and the acting exists only as a tech demo for the
Yeah.
technology,
Hmm.
it just makes me die inside a
And
little
that's
bit.
where your issue. That's
Yeah.
where your main issue's at.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is totally a vehicle for that. He has this idea. The idea is not that great.
Yeah.
Um, but then he uses the shiny stuff to make it seem better than it really is. I totally get you on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but
So,
yeah, for me, and again, when we talk about Vince Gilligan and all that stuff, for me, I guess I had a longer leash for him. But Avatar was, I guess, where it really died
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but there's still fond memories. I remember watching The Abyss and Aliens and T2 and like just being wowed.
I
So
mean,
nothing will ever replace those awe moments.
yeah. I mean, for me, True Lies was the last of the great
Yeah.
80s and 90s action movies, right? I mean,
Was
it
that
was
was that a lot of practical effects in that one too?
it was also practical effects for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um and, it's weird that people forget that that's a James Cameron movie.
Hmm.
But it is one of my favorite of his movies, and it's the one with the least technology pushing um elements. Like it's just
Yeah.
about these characters and the ridiculous world that he creates, and the plot
Hmm.
isn't super complicated. It's still pretty simple because Jim Cameron's not a great writer. But he understands the foundations, and if he sticks to the foundations, he actually tells a pretty fun story.
Yeah, you can
um
look at any of his earlier stuff, and they all, like, again, Aliens is still one of my favorite sci-fi
yeah.
movies. It's up. I don't know where I'd rank it, but it's up there.
Yeah,
Terminator 1
and
and 2.
you're right, and
You know.
all three of those movies and True Lies 2, the plot is
Yeah.
dead simple, but that's
Hmm.
fine. You don't I don't need a hyper complex plot. I just need a
Yeah.
plot that makes sense and that entertains me, right?
Hmm.
And the second Avatar just became this hackneyed uh environmental activist bullshit message with zero subtleties, where the evil humans are literally looking for an element called unobtainium. Just
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I literally
I forgot.
it was just
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
um so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, on that note, I did get to a good stopping point for now with
Hmm.
Calamity. I mean, she's got her bowl. She's
Yep.
about to eat it. I got to animate her eating. That'll be the next little bit I'll do.
Okay.
But yeah, we got the basic poses in there. But I think this might be a good stopping point for tonight's
That sounds good.
stream.
We've been going for a good solid 50 minutes or so. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll wrap it up there. If you're watching this at some point, consider heading on over to calamityjane.rocks. That'll take you to our Patreon site, where you can become a subscriber and help us make this cartoon a reality. We're also on Facebook and YouTube, which you already know because you're watching the stream. We also have an Instagram, at calamityjanesalamander, where we also post all of our updates and fun stuff. So you have plenty of ways to check out our content, so should you desire. In the meantime, we might be back next week. We'll try to post on social media if something changes, but I'd say it's a maybe right now.
Cool.
And if we don't come back next week, we'll see y'all in the new year.
Yeah. Happy holidays, happy New Year, all that stuff, just in case
Yeah,
we're not back.
just in case, all of the things. In any case, stay safe out there, everybody, and have a good night. Good night.
Good night.